on JOP TV in a very mobile studio at the moment. So mobile, it's actually just come off its service for the day. And I'm joined by my mate here, Jeff, who's... What's your official position?
I'm Managing Director.
Managing Director of Central Buses in the West Midlands. And back to the question time about how it is to run a business of this size and everything. And this question comes from Debbie, who asks, where do you see your business in 9 years' time?
I think, well, like all businesses, really, I do it to make money. I'm not ashamed of doing that.
It's the whole point, isn't it?
I do it to make cash. As far as Central Bus is concerned, when I planned it, I planned to have an exit route and sell the company on after 7 years. However, we're now in year 9, and I guess it's all about the journey. If you're enjoying what you're doing, when you want to stay, make the most of it, and I can.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it's true though, because you get to, especially if you enjoy yourself, then work isn't work, is it?
Yeah. I continue to build the business and enjoy it and carefully develop it. So year on year we get stronger. But as far as building blocks are concerned, one day, I would look to move the business on and try something else. But I'm certainly enjoying what we're doing at the moment, and there's a lot of headroom to expand even further.
Yeah, sure. And is that grinding sound? Is that anything to do with the disciplinary of employees? Or anything like
I don't think so, no, probably, but it might be one of our buses that got smashed up the other day, so it might be being repaired. So
do you find a lot of that then? Like vandalism?
We don't, but
like that?
I think not necessarily vandalism, but something it can be driver fault, or it can be the biggest problem we have is insurance claims now. That the costs of injury claims really rise and such. So we try to be a bit proactive, and we use technology a lot more in the business now. To manage driver behaviour, what speed they're doing, how they're braking, etc. So technology is vital to try and be proactive, really, and to try and reduce the potential for accidents, etc.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, passenger safety must be paramount.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Our budget for spending money on repairing vehicles is very high.
Cool. So I've got to ask you one more question. Would you describe yourself as an entrepreneur?
I mean, it's hard really, because like a couple of years ago I didn't even know what the word entrepreneur means.
Could you spell it back then?
Yeah, but don't put me on the spot.
Okay. I'm not one to talk about grammar or something.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to tar myself with a certain brush, if you like, or call myself an entrepreneur. But what I would say is I'm enthusiastic, I'm ambitious, and I always want to change things. I think nothing's ever good enough really from where I am. For instance, I was going to London on the train last week, and I'm just bored, and I'm sitting there writing a list of about 20 things what I think Virgin Trains should be doing different. I'm just that sort of person.
And what do you do with that type of list? Do you send it in, or do you just keep it for your own reference?
Keep it for my own reference, really. But like I say, anything I want to change, and I think that's perhaps part of being an entrepreneur. Looking for opportunities.
So being an entrepreneur means that you're always looking for new ventures, something new to go into. Have you got any other side projects or other projects as opposed to this? Well,
Central Buses is my main company. That employs over 30 people, and it's a £2 million turnover, so that keeps me busy most of the time. But there's also a spin-off of that. Almost a couple of years ago came across an opportunity through the bus company. We were looking, I don't know if you know, on buses it says on bright orange lights where the vehicle's going, the destination. We wanted to obtain that equipment, and we went around the 2 UK suppliers, and the cost of the equipment was more than the bus was worth, so it wasn't cost effective for us to do. But basically, with a bit of UK design and China, I got in touch with China and made my own. And we installed it on our vehicles. It was great. We got some excellent feedback, and because of that, we started sending it on to other UK bus and coach operators. And the cost was a lot lower than the mainstream competition. And again, our USP really was that we've got low overheads. It just uses like the spare offices in here.
What does USP mean?
Unique selling point, and I think that's critical really to any business. You've got to do something different. It's no good copying the competition. Do something different really. So.
Brilliant. That's good. So with that, were you able to travel out to the Far East?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I did it at a really young age, really. And I think also doing it at a young age, it sort of made me grow up a lot more. And starting a business at a young age was fantastic for me. I'm not sure if I'd do it now. The advantage of starting at a young age was I had no mortgage. I was living with my mum and dad. rent free, didn't have any bills.
The overheads aren't.
And I didn't have to take a salary out of the business for the first couple of years whilst I grew up. I'm not sure if I'd be quite so brave now. If I had
is it almost as well that that naivety, that ignorance is bliss?
I think it was, but at the end of the day, if I failed, then it didn't really matter.
No.
I wasn't going to be on the street. It was the best time to start, and I fully recommend anybody who was thinking of doing the business, or any youngsters who are out of work, to give it real consideration.
No, brilliant. And did you study business studies or anything at school? I mean, you said you left before when you were 16.
I did business studies at school. I didn't do I think I was grade C, I think, in it, so I didn't do particularly well out of it. But
who's the teacher? Can you remember?
Oh, I can't. No, but I'd quite like to meet her, because I don't think she'd think I'd be running my own business now.
Yeah, it just shows who tells you what to do. You don't have to listen to what they have to say. But anyway, thanks very much for all that, mate. It's been fantastic
having you on and
sharing your vast knowledge with everyone out there.
Appreciate all the questions as well.
But no, it's been as a fantastic show. But I'd like to end by saying that we've actually got a new JOP kit bag Twitter, which the address is right here on the screen right now. And so follow that, and that'll be telling you all offers and new deals, what's coming out with the JOP kit bag. So it's cheerio from me.
Cheerio.